Making friends as adults is just so much harder than it was when you were kids. When you were kids, if you're playing with somebody else, you're like, hey, can I borrow your crayon? Yeah, you can have my crayons. And they come over and they start playing and you start coloring together and you guys are friends. It's super simple when you're kids, usually. Like that's really small bar you got to reach in order to be friends with somebody. You like Legos? I like Legos. Boom, we're friends, right? So when you're as an adult though, there's a lot of changes that happen, and then you go through your old life experiences and those kind of shape who you are when you're an adult. And so if you're an adult that doesn't have any friends, then there's probably something that's kind of a barrier in your way, right? There's something that's gone on in your life, or maybe something has happened to you that maybe made you feel a little bit raw about getting back out there again. Like I know there are people who I've worked with and talked to who maybe are newly divorced, and maybe they've gone through such a difficult time with a hard marriage, a divorce. Maybe there's a big court battle with, custody of kids and all that kind of stuff. And so there's just a lot of scarring that happens. And so to get back out there and socialize again, you're still kind of licking those wounds, right? You're just kind of coming out of it. It can be really, really hard. But it's also in those moments when you're kind of ready to start a new life, when you are ripe for friends. It's a good time for you to start to meet new people, because you can kind of like put that past behind you to some extent and move on to a new life with new friends and new experiences with new people. The secret to that, to really have that feel like it's something that you can really do, is to go slow. Take small steps toward getting those friends, but to make sure you don't stay stuck in the past and the negative and the bad, but try to find ways to kind of leave that behind you to move forward. There's a whole CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy kind of technique that I learned when I took a course on that, around, your past is not your future. And a lot of times we do hold on to the past because some of it's pretty traumatic and it's hard to let go of. But we need to imagine that our future is going to be different from that. And it can cause like that little separation is what's needed in order to be able to move forward. So just some food for thought. If that's happened to you, you can make friends, you can move forward. You just need to figure out how to let go of the past.